Good morning and welcome to the Q&A session 19 from the playlist of friction. The topic is the calculation of the minimum spring constant in case of a block which is held against a wall by a spring. So the question here is, a block of mass small m is held against a wall by a spring of unstressed length L. Find the minimum spring constant to hold the block against the wall if the coefficient of the friction between the block and the wall is equal to mu. So this is the figure in which a block of mass small m and height d is held by this spring of unstressed length L, and here the coefficient of friction between the block and the wall is equal to mu. So in this case I will be drawing one free body diagram. In this case, since this block is held against this wall by this spring, therefore here the force of the friction will balance the weight of this block. The weight of the block will be acting vertically downward and the force of the friction will be acting, say it is F. The force of the friction will be acting in the upward direction, and this force of friction will balance the weight of this block. So let us say this is the free body diagram. So the weight will be acting vertically downward. This force of friction will act vertically upward, and the normal reaction here will be balanced by the spring force. So the spring force, I am denoting the spring force as Fs. So with the help of this free body diagram, I will be able to get two equations. That is, first of all, the weight of this block will be equal to the force of the friction, and the normal reaction will be equal to the spring force. Now the spring force will be equal to the spring constant multiplied by here the height of this block. Now the normal reaction is equal to K into D, where K is a spring constant and the weight of this block is equal to the force of friction. Now this mg can be written as, now force of the friction is equal to mu into n, where n is equal to k into d. So force of the friction will be equal to mu into n, which is equal to k into d. So from here I can get the value of the spring constant, which is equal to mg divided by mu into d. So this is the value of the minimum spring constant which is required to hold this block of mass small m against the wall. That is, K will be equal to mg divided by mu into d. So thank you very much for joining this session. In the next session, I will be coming up with a different type of a question from the same chapter of friction. So till then, have a nice day. Bye.